So now we have factoring the difference of two squares. So means we are going to factor the difference of two squares. Difference of two squares means that our expression or an equation involves siya og mga perfect square. Like a squared equal, a times a is a squared. X times x equals x squared. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 times 5 equals 25. 6 times 6 equals 36. 7 times 7 equals 49. 8 times 8 equals 64. 9 times 9 equals 81. And so on. So these are the perfect square or the square of the numbers a, x2, and so on. Okay, so another example, I will give you an example. So we have x squared minus y squared. So difference man, so minus difference sa atong duha ka square. So we have our square, the first term x squared, and our second term which is the y squared. So atong pangitaon ang factor nilang duha. Ang factor nila ni x squared minus y squared. The factor of the difference of two squares is the sum and the difference of the two terms. What does it mean? The sum and difference man daw. So sum means we have plus. Difference means we have minus. So sum and difference of the two terms. The two terms, kani atong first term and the second term. Sum and difference nila, silang square root. Sa square root nila. So square root of x squared is x, right? Okay, sa two terms man. And the square root of y squared is y. Mao ni siya. Sum and difference man. So we also have here x minus y. So this is now our factor. The factor of our x squared minus y squared is x plus y and x minus y. Again, the factor of the difference of two squares is the sum and the difference of the two terms. The square root of the two terms. Sum and difference nila means plus and minus sa ilahang square root sa first term and the second term. Another example para mas masabtan gyud. Okay, how about this example? 4x squared minus 1. 4 is a perfect square or not? X squared is a perfect square. Our first term man is 4x squared. Is it a perfect square? Yes, because 4, square root of 4 is 2 and square root of x is x. So, ano na siya? And also, ang 1 na to is also a perfect square. 2x squared is 4x squared. Then 1 squared is 1. So, what is our first term? Again, how to find the factor of the difference of two square? The sum and the difference of its two terms. So, our first term is 2x. So, we have 2x plus 1. And the difference, 2x minus 1. Oh, kana lang. That's simply. Okay, another example. Another example, we have 25x squared minus 9. 25x squared is a perfect square? Yes, and 9 also is a perfect square. So what is the square root of 25x squared? That is 5x, diba? Mauna iyahang ko aniya. Minus the 9, what is the perfect square? Square root of 9 is 3. So that is 3 squared. Because 5x squared is 25x squared. 3 squared is 9. So, our first term now is 5x, diba? And our second term is 3. So again, the factor of the difference of two squares is the sum and the difference of its two terms. So our first term is 5x. We have 5x. Our second term is 3, so plus 3. And 5x minus 3. So, mao na to ang factor ni 25x squared minus 9. So, I will give you another example again. We have x squared minus 64. So, our first term is x squared and second term is 64. So, what is the square root of x? X squared, so that's x. And the square root of 64 is 8, diba? 8. Kay 8 squared is 64 and x squared is x squared. So, our first term is x and second term is 8. So, our factor is x plus 8 and x minus 8. Okay, last example. We have 1 minus 9x squared. 1 is also a perfect square of 1, diba? And 9 is a perfect square of 3. And x squared also is a perfect square of x. So, we have now the factor of 1 plus 3x and 1 minus 3x. Okay, that's simple. That's all.